Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to Let's Play Lords of Waterdeep with all the expansions. This is a real-life board game that is absolutely fantastic. I've played it in real life with my friends many times before, and it is always a blast. It's always a hit when we play this bad boy. Also, it's got a great digital version. I did a video for it 3 years ago, although at the time I didn't have I didn't show the expansions off. We're going to do the expansion this one. But yeah, I have a group of friends. Every week we get together to play D&D and board games and different things like that. Except for now, we're doing it digitally on the internet because of, physical distancing. It's not about social distancing, it's about physical distancing. So we're playing games on the internet. We played this last week, and I thought, you know what, hey, let's do a video for it. It's going to be fantastic. So, if you don't know what Lords of Waterdeep is, the theme is, it's Dungeons and Dragons, okay? Except instead of you being an adventurer in a party going out and doing some job for some rich bastard, you are the rich bastard in this one, sending adventurers out to do work for you. It's wonderful. The online play works really well. You can do play by email. You can play live. I think there's I don't have the mobile version, but as far as I know, it exists on all the mobile platforms and also works very well there. We're gonna go ahead and play offline versus some AIs over here. Apparently I had a test game going on earlier. Let me just go and kill that. And do that, yeah, because you can do multiple games like offline, but also online, which is kind of nifty. All right, we're going to create a new game over here. So there's 2 expansions for this, but in reality, it's 1 expansion pack. In reality, you buy 1 box, and it's got both these expansions. You can play with one, you can play with the other, or you can play with both at the same time. We're going to go ahead and play with both expansions enabled. If you have both expansions enabled, it does require that you play the long game variant, which just gives you an extra agent to play as. If you play with no expansions, you can't long game. If you play with one, you get to choose one way or the other. But we'll play with both. We're just going to go ahead and get it started. So this is going to be me and 3 hard AIs. Yeah. One of the things the expansion also does is add the ability to have a 6th player as well. And again, if when this is all over and we can hang out with friends in real life again, definitely would highly recommend buying this game IRL. So we're going to be playing as, I guess, the Knights of the Shield. So we're going to be the yellow player. And there's going to be Can I change your colors, actually? I don't want a gray. There we go. So we're going to have sort of a light blue. The Harpers are kind of greenish, I think. Sort of looks like it there. And then we've got sort of an orangey red here. The color's a little desaturated there, but I think they're a little bit brighter in the game. By the way, these factions don't do or mean anything. It's literally just what icon and color you're going to have in the game. So, pick your favorite, and that's going to be all right. The game does have excellent music, by the way, but I have muted the in-game music just in case YouTube does stupid things. So, here's the board. You can actually scroll just to change the angle around a little bit. But mostly I play zoomed out like this, so you can see absolutely everything at the same time. Keep in mind, I am running with the 2 extra expansions, and as a result, there's a lot more stuff on the board. There's each of the 2 expansions adds 3 extra spots to do things in. Just gonna wait until it's my turn, which is now. Excellent, to sort of explain what's going on. Lords of Waterdeep is a worker placement game. So, we currently have, because we're playing the long game, we currently have 3 workers. You can see that down over here. And to take an action, what you do is you take one of your workers, and you place it on one of these locations. For example, if I were to place my worker at the Fields of Triumph, I would get 2 orange cubes. These cubes represent warriors, or fighters. So, we have white clerics, orange warriors, we have black rogues, we have purple wizards, and also because we're playing with the expansions, we also have this corruption thing we'll talk about in a little bit. At the top here, we have coins as well. Money, 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 money. The goal of the game is to end with the most points. The primary way to get points is to complete quests. For example, here, this quest here, Seal an Entrance to Skullport. If we complete it, will reward us with 10 victory points. At the end of the game, you also get a point for each of the adventurer cubes that you have left over, and I believe you get a point for every 2 coins you have left over as well. And then something with corruption, which we'll talk about in a little bit. You can see to complete this quest would require 1 cleric, 2 warriors, 2 rogues, and 2 wizards. So the idea of the game is that you're going to be collecting a bunch of the cubes representing the different adventurers, bring them to your tavern, because of course, as anyone who's ever played D&D knows, all adventurers start in a tavern. And that's what it is. We're going around inviting these adventurers to hang out in our tavern and occasionally sending them out on jobs for us. So we're going to be looking at collecting some of those things. We start at the start of the game. We all start with 2 quests at random. Actually, let me before I accidentally lock in here, I'm just going to undo my move because maybe I want to go to the Field of Triumph, but I don't know. So I just went ahead and undid that so I don't lock in. You can always, if this game is very well done, you can always undo your moves unless the move does something like, if you pick up a quest and then a new quest gets played out, that locks in your move because, you would know what the next quest was, right? So if there's any any information gets revealed after a move, then you can't really undo past that. But anyway, so every player gets handed 2 quests at the start. So we've got Seize the Citadel of the Bloody Hand, which needs a lot of warriors, and it's a small reward, but this is a plot quest. Plot quest by itself doesn't mean anything, but it's a hint that this is a quest that has a lingering, ongoing effect. And indeed that's the case. From now on, if I complete this quest, whenever I complete a future quest, I can return one of the cubes that I used to complete that quest back to my tavern. This is a fantastic quest to do as early as possible. You'd like to, ideally, do this one before any of the others. We also have, I have 2 warfare quests. Interesting. I don't know who my leader is yet. Recover the Flame of the North would grant 10 victory points, as well as from now on, whenever I would grab a warfare quest from the pool over here, I also get to grab 2 warriors at the same time, which makes it easier to complete warfare quests. Did we luck out, and do we have a lord who likes warfare? So, no, I do not. Ugh, Mirt. So, at the start of the game, each player gets dealt one of the Lords of Waterdeep, one of the secret hidden lords that runs the city. This is like one of the biggest cities in Faerun, the Forgotten Realms, one classic D&D setting, and the city is more or less run by secret masked lords. When they meet up, they wear masks, they don't know who each other are. So I don't know who the other players have got. Mirt here gets, at the end of the game, 4 bonus points for every commerce and piety quest that he's completed. So Mirt is going to be heavily incentivized to do commerce and piety quests. Annoyingly, I didn't start with either one of them in my starting hand. That being said, I'm perfectly fine with playing down the Seize the Citadel of the Bloody Hand here, because this is going to be very, very, very useful. Even though it's only going to be worth 6 instead of 10, right? If I was a warrior dude, this would be worth 10, which would be insane. I might not bother with Recover the Flame of the North, because it's very expensive for the victory points. The reason it's so expensive with victory points is because it has a very powerful effect, but it's not one that I'm personally going to care about. So I think we likely will not complete this one. But this one has some value. And then the other thing is we're looking for commerce and piety quests. When I played last week with my friends, I think I was Mirt the Moneylender in that one as well. No. I was piety plus warfare guy. Okay. So yeah, there's basically there's a lord for each pair of quests like this. So for all I know, Druisk Amon here, who's playing as Orange, might be Warfare Arcana. Could be anything. But there's also some extra lords with different things, like lords that get bonus points for every building they've built. Or, with the expansions, there's also lords who get bonus points for completing quests or buildings specifically from that expansion. We don't have that, so we don't really give a crap. But yeah, I would like to finish this, and I would like to finish this first. I would also be on the lookout for strong quests that are piety or commerce. This one here, Defend the Tower of Luck, is really nice the earlier you build it. It's not worth any victory points, although for me it's going to be worth 4, but don't tell my opponents. And at the start of each round, there are 8 rounds in total, we're in round 1, so at the start of each round, I grab a cube of my choice from the supply. If I built it this turn, that would mean by the end of the game, this would be worth 7 extra cubes, which is pretty substantial. Even if I only finish it in the second turn, it's pretty good. I think we're going to prioritize picking up the Defend the Tower of Luck and try to build either it or the Citadel of the Bloody Hand as early as possible. They both benefit from being as early as possible. So where am I going to actually put my cube? Well, I kind of want to pick up this quest before someone else does it, so I may want to prioritize picking up a quest. There are a few different places to do that. There are 3 locations the Cliff Watch Inn I can play, which all let me pick up quests. This one lets me pick up a quest and get 2 money. This one lets me pick up a quest and get an intrigue card, which we'll talk about in a second. This one's a little different because what it does is it blows up the entire pool of quests, replaces it with 4 brand new ones, and then lets me pick up a quest. In addition to that, because we have the expansion, I can grab a quest from the Hall of the Voice over here. It lets me pick up a quest and an intrigue card and 5 gold, but gain a corruption. All right, so what's this corruption stuff? At the end of the game, corruption tokens that you have are worth negative points. Right now, corruption tokens are worth -1 point. But once there's one corruption token left over here, once that gets picked up, all corruption tokens, even the ones people already have, are then worth -2. And as more and more corruption tokens get taken, you get to the point where if people are aggressive about taking corruption tokens, at the end of the game, each corruption token you have could be worth -9. And worse, if this is empty and you have to take a corruption token, it's worth instantly -10 points, no matter what happens. Taking corruption tokens is, well, I mean, it's sort of bad, but it's very powerful. The places that give you corruption tokens are insanely potent, and early in the game, we are definitely going to prioritize getting that so we can start kind of snowballing. So, the Slaver's Market with 2 warriors and 2 rogues is really good. The Skull Island, 2 of any choice is good. Notice that warriors and rogues, you tend to get 2 at a time for an action, whereas clerics and wizards, you only get 1 at a time for. So using Skull Island to get either purple or white cubes is really, really, really strong. But I think I'm going to haul in the voice to pick up the Piety quest over here. The other way is the Undermountain expansion does add the entry well. You pick up a quest and play an intrigue card. I should actually check to see what my intrigue cards are. So I could play Crime Wave, which lets me take 2 rogues from the supply. Then I choose an opponent and give him a rogue, okay? Or I could bribe the watch. I could spend 2 money and return 2 corruption from my tavern to the corruption track. And then my opponents could spend 4 to return 1. Okay, well, I don't have any corruption right now. That's going to be really nice to play later on, though. That is a huge card. I think I'll just go Hall of the Voice right now. So, and I'm going to pick up this quest, Defend the Tower of Luck. Excellent. We'll try to speed up the game now, too. I'm going to commit. I have to commit at this point. There's no undoing because when you pick up a quest, it replaces it. So we don't know what it's going to be. So it's going to be replaced with a Skullduggery quest. Still commerce. I picked up this intrigue card. What was that? Spread the Wealth. Oh, it's similar to the Crime Wave. I get money and choose an opponent to give them some money. Okay. There's a lot of diplomacy that is possible in this game. There's not that much direct interaction. There are some intrigue cards where you choose someone. There's also some of them that are attacks that can be a little bit more aggressive. There's some direct interaction there. But I would say by far the biggest interaction is simply this. I have gone to the Hall of the Voice. That means no other player can go to the Hall of the Voice. We're going to keep going around and around till we've all used our various worker tokens. That will be the end of the round. Start of a new round, we all pick up our worker tokens once again. Slaver's Market went quickly. That's pretty much to be expected. Sound seems a little loud. I don't know. Have to adjust it. So going to Waterdeep Harbor lets you play intrigue cards. He's manipulating. He's moving some dudes around. The things are happening. All right. I got the animation set fairly high for everyone else. Call for assistance, so he's getting some stuff and giving it to someone else. Okay. So, Waterdeep Harbor is full. That's maybe unfortunate. So, Waterdeep Harbor lets you play an intrigue card, which doesn't seem that powerful, but it's very interesting. When everyone has played all their tokens, okay, and that's sort of the end of the round, except it's not. What happens is the people at Waterdeep Harbor, in order, pick up this dude and play him somewhere else. So, by playing on Waterdeep Harbor, you effectively get to use your worker twice. Of course, it means, your second use of that worker, you're going to be sort of scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of places to go, but it's still really, really strong, and I wouldn't have minded that. This commerce quest is what? Defame. Whenever you purchase a building, I can remove a corruption and place it in the action space. Well, that is also really, really strong, and it's a commerce quest, which is in my wheelhouse. It does require that I put down some buildings at some point, but it's not too shabby. And it's not that expensive. I mean, rogues and warriors, again, fairly cheap because you get 2 to go. 1 cleric, some money, but it's not too bad. It'll be 13 reward points for me. I'm tempted to grab that. I'm also tempted to go to Skull Island, get some extra resources to fill out my white and purple cubes fairly efficiently. Hall of Mirrors. And again, I want to finish these quests as early as possible. Now, it doesn't feel like it's going to be likely for me to finish these quests this turn here. Especially since I want to pick up the Defend Tower of Luck. But maybe what I should do with my next 2 turns is focus on picking up some tokens. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go to Skull Island and pick up some combination of white and purple for this. Or this. The thing is, both of them need that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll pick up 1 white, 1 purple, and then I'll be able to go to either Blackstaff Tower or the Plinth, hopefully. Unless both get taken, but I don't feel both will get taken. So if I play it safe here and split the difference between these 2, I should be able to get the missing part. I won't have all of it, because I'm still going to need warriors and rogues, but I'll have the hardest part, and hopefully next turn, maybe I can just snag the Slaver's Market. It might be worth considering the Castle Waterdeep play as well. So right now, the first player is Erlin Moonblade. And I am next, right? Because this is the order. Erlin goes, I go, then it's Jurisk and Laryl. Ireland is first player, but someone can steal first player by going to Castle Waterdeep, which also lets you draw an intrigue card, which is kind of nice. It's not a very strong action. It's quite nice when you go Waterdeep Harbor into Castle Waterdeep or something. What I really don't want is I don't want orange to become first, and that would be really annoying because then I would be last in the turn. But I think I have to focus on picking up some stuff. And I'll probably, it turns out to about the same, but I think I want to prioritize getting Defend the Tower of Luck down. So I need one extra white cube. The other thing I do need is one orange and one black, which I could get from the Hall of Mirrors, but I'm hoping I can get the Slaver's Market next turn. If I can't, I'll get the Hall of Mirrors next turn. So for now, I need Tower of Luck, right, is what I was talking? So I need one more white cube. I can also get that from the Hall of Mirrors. Hell, I might want to go there just to block it because it's a better spot than the plinth and the tower, right? On the other hand, if someone goes there to pick up the warrior and a rogue, they might be less likely to take the Slaver's Market from me next turn. You see, there's like all these little things happening constantly. And I can get rogues from the crime wave, but I can't get warriors. Or I could go first. I think I'm just going to go to the plinth. Unless, hold on, there's more stuff up here. Whenever you assign a worker to the plinth, you can take another white cube and a corruption. This is a really cheap quest to do, and it's going to be worth, for me, 12 points, which is kind of nice. Recruit paladins for tier, also really nice, because it, like, generates, it sort of replaces its own clerics and various things. But I really do want to get those quests done. Yeah, it hurts a little. I'll just go to the plinth. At a certain point, you got to stop thinking and just go for it. So he played Hall of Mirrors. Here's the Grinning Tavern. So they're getting their Waterdeep Harbor things. So I'm hoping, well, actually, if Green's already first player, so there's not that. Okay, so I'm still going to be second in the order next turn. People are playing their intrigue cards. They're returning some corruption. Good for them. That's true, and I do have corruption now. I could do the bribe. All right, new round. So round 2. By the way, at round 5, we're going to get an extra worker. No one built this turn. That's interesting. Slaver's Market goes right away. That is unfortunate, because that's what I wanted. But if I go Hall of Mirrors, I'm correct, right? I can go Defend the Tower of Luck. Now, unless I want to grab... See, Hall of Mirrors isn't quite as likely to get taken super early. Skull Island, all the corruption tiles are much more likely to be fought over early on. I'm wondering if I should just snag Skull Island real quick. And then go either Hall of Mirrors or pick up something with, Field of Triumph and different things like that. Just do this to pick up probably some extra clerics. Although I still want to finish this. So maybe an extra couple of purples, or a split cleric and purple, just to move towards this, because the earlier finishes, the better. Would have been so nice to just grab the Slaver's Market. I need a Skull Island. I'm going to pick up a couple of wizards. And some more corruption! Oh wow, a lot of people have those repent cards. Sea Wraiths is gone. Now I could still entry well. They could entry well into a Bribe the Watch to return a bunch of corruption. How much corruption do other people have? Okay, only one other person has the ability to get rid of corruption. So spend 4. They could spend 4 to get rid of a corruption. Whereas spend 2 to get rid of 2 corruption. And these guys don't have the opportunity to do that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm saying this because I'm tempted to go to the entry well. But I think I have to go to the Hall of Mirrors first because I can't risk losing it and not being able to defend the tower. So next round might be entry well or Waterdeep Harbor. In any case, play some intrigue cards. So let's do this. And rather than grab a single purple or a single white, I'm going to take the orange and black, which is what I need to complete my quest. There we go. So I will do that. Completing this earns me no points right now, but we know secretly it's worth 4. And from now on, we're going to get cubes. And, huh? Oh, and I get a cube back from this. Oh, I didn't realize that. I get a cube right away. Well, I've got my 2 wizards. I need a cleric. Perfect. Now all I need is 4 workers for the warfare. But it's not the same time limit. Like, I want to complete this before I complete other quests. But the other one, I wanted to complete just as early in the rounds. In theory, I could just bank a ton of stuff right now and not complete any quests until round 8. As long as I complete this one. The time pressure is gone. And I'm more open to playing just more optimally. Okay, the tower luck is really good. And don't get me, like, building a building would also be potentially really good. So buildings are interesting because you have to pay the cost in the top left corner, right? You go to Builder's Hall, you pay the top in the top left corner, and you go there. These provide extra places where you can put workers. In addition to that, these buildings accrue victory points. So this one here has 2 victory points on it. If no one buys it this round, next round it'll have 3 and 4 and so on and so forth. So when you buy the building, you get some victory points. And then when someone uses your building, so when someone uses your building, they get the bonus here, but you as the owner get the bonus down there. If you use your own building, you don't get that though. But that's still fine because the building tiles tend to be much stronger than the built-in ones. So there tends to be a lot of like prioritization to get this. Now the Tower of Luck being in the game means a couple of things. It means there's going to be a lot more white and black cubes available. So there's going to be less fighting over those colors. Now, I'm not too concerned about the rogues because I'm not playing Skullduggery, right? Skullduggery is very roguey, needs a lot of that. But I am playing Piety, which means I'm going to need quite a few white cubes. And now, all of a sudden, there's going to be a little less pressure on that, which is wonderful. Now, I think this might be a great time to Waterdeep Harbor. There's nothing I desperately need instantly, so there's nothing I'm worried about losing out on, really. So Waterdeep Harbor getting sort of a double action, the second one being delayed, isn't so bad. So I'm going to do this. I mean, I could also go here, because I want to play an intrigue card, but I think this will be better. And yeah, I'm going to bribe the watch. I'm going to just take the rogues now, which is interesting. I mean, I don't know if we're going to complete this at all. So right now I don't have any quest that needs rogues, but at some point we do. But at some point also I got to Radiator Corruption. Also, there's some cards that can do bad things to people who have more corruption than the person playing the card. So eliminating some corruption is fairly valuable. So we spend 2, and we return 2 corruption back to the corruption track. So we don't have it. It also lowers the penalty from corruption because, you know, we're putting more skulls over here. Some cards remove corruption from the track completely. And then I have to choose someone to... Oh, no, that's just their action, right? I'm not choosing anyone. So the one who had the 1 corruption did pay to remove it. But they had to pay more. Oh, you burned away all the quests and then picked a new one. Okay. There's a new Piety quest on there. I think I would like to grab that. So there's the Waterdeep Harbor. Okay, so the entry well location got chosen. I can still get a quest if I go Hall of the Voice. Ooh, okay. Hold on. A bunch of shit just happened. So, I would like the Eliminate Vampire Coven quest. All the places that Cliffwatch in are full. The entry well is full. Unless I'm missing something on the board, the only place to pick up a quest is the Hall of the Voice. But someone just played a card that lets them put stuff on the board. And what they did is it was a card that puts corruption tokens on the board. And they put 1 on the Hall of the Voice, 1 on the Builder's Hall. So if I play on Hall of the Voice now, I get all the normal stuff. The quest card, the intrigue card, 5 money, the corruption, but I get another corruption. All of a sudden, I feel like Hall of the Voice may have gotten too expensive. That is how I feel. Now, there's still a lot of plays out there that are decent for me. Just going to the Grim Statue, getting a couple more intrigue cards. That's not bad. Castle Waterdeep, 1 intrigue card and first player. That's pretty tempting, actually. And of course, I can grab just some extra cubes to help complete some quests later on. Again, nothing too sexy going on here. And unfortunately, I can't grab the Warriors. I think I'm going to go to Castle Waterdeep. It's not like, you know, I was only in 2nd position. It's not the most critical time for it. Maybe, hang on. Maybe that's dumb. 2nd position, fine. I'd love to go to the Slavers Market, and I'm worried that Arlen is just going to go there again. But if you go to the Slavers Market, I can probably just go Tower of Luck or something. I should just get some other tokens somewhere. I might want to bank some extra priests because we know we're going to need it. We've still got the 2 wizards. What do I need to complete this? Yeah, warriors. And the problem is I can't grab warriors right now, right? Go away. I can't grab any warriors on the board. I think I might just grab a cleric here, because I'm going to need them because I'm completing a bunch of piety quests. Although it's tempting to just grab a bunch of intrigue. And again, if 2 intrigue is good, 1 intrigue and moving up to first player might also be okay. And again, guarantees the Slavers Market, but I think I'm just going to plinth. Welcome to round 3. Oh, right, I get my Tower of Luck. That's right. I'm always going to forget this in my planning, by the way. I'm going to, like, make a bunch of plans for how I think the next move is going to go, and then the Tower Luck is going to trigger on the start of the round. I'm like, oh, I could have just done that. Interesting, Arlen actually went to the Builder's Hall to build Northgate, which cost her a corruption because it was on the cube. Northgate's pretty good, though. Anyone can play here. You get 1 cube of your choice and 2 money. Sounds pretty good, although it gives the owner 2 victory points. I am probably not going to play on Northgate, like, unless I desperately need it on the last turn to complete something. So that might happen. But, and probably not that many people will use this if the AI is really conscious of the fact that the victory points are pretty brutal. But that means that green here, Arlen, is going to be able to play on Northgate all the time. Like, yeah, they don't get the owner bonus, but they're going to be able to just milk the crap out of this really, really well. I want to go Slaver's Market. Lots and lots of cubes, including warriors, which I need. Now again, I don't have to rush to complete this quest. I want to complete this one before I complete any others. Oh, someone just got given a mandatory quest. Oh, or someone's completing a mandatory quest. Never mind. So, mandatory quests are intrigue cards you can play against someone, and it's a quest they have to complete before they complete any others. They still give a little bit of, victory points or some other bonus, but they don't tend to be very cost-effective, and they can block your other actions, so it's really annoying when that happens. It would have been nice to grab the Tower of Luck here, just because it's a very efficient move. We have tons of cubes. We have so many cubes. We've got some piety quests still on the board. I think we're going to want to pick some up. Root out Loviathar's Faithful. So I need 1 orange and 1 purple, and then 4 of any color. But for every white cube I use to complete this, I get 2 extra victory points, which is pretty good. The thing is, I almost want more cheaper quests, right? Because I get the 4 bonus. So it's like, this is worth effectively 15 in the end. This is worth 19 to 27. I think we might grab this after all. Now, how do I want to pick it up is the question. Hall of the Voice still seems a little scary to me. I could use the Cliff Wash in things. I don't really need money right now. So I might take this one to pick up an intrigue card. Or I go Entry Well to pick it up and play an intrigue card. Again, I can get myself some rouges over here or a bunch of money. I think I'd like to draw an intrigue card. And yeah, we'll pick this guy up. Sure. And it'll be easier to generate more white cubes because I feel like there's going to be extra white cubes in the game, so therefore less competition for things. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's where I'm going. Oh, someone has played the open... No, I picked up the open Lord of Waterdeep. That's amazing! Okay, I really like this card. So this card, you have to reveal your Lord. You flip it face up and show everyone who your Lord is. But it makes you... and when you play this, if you have any mandatory quests, you can discard it. So sometimes you want to keep it until you've got a mandatory... Until someone wastes the whole turn playing a mandatory quest on you, and then you're like, ha-ha! You wasted your turn because I can just reveal. However, I think I'm going to play it early because not only does it make you immune to mandatory quests for the rest of the game, it actually makes you immune to all attack intrigue cards for the rest of the game. So I'd rather have this in play first. So, it's my turn. I can complete this quest. Do I want to complete it now? No, I don't, because I want to complete Sea's Citadel first. Plus, if I'm going to play this, I probably want to use as many white cubes as possible. So I'm not going to complete a quest. You can complete 1 quest at the end of each turn, no more than 1, but you're not forced to complete it. So I'm going to hold on because I've got an order I want to do things in. Oh, he recruited Lieutenant. I've never successfully done this early in the game. So they have an extra worker to play for the rest of the game. We have 3, they have 4. So I want to play the Open Lord. I think what I'll do is I'll play in the Entry Well to pick up the Eliminate Vampire Coven, and then play the Open Lord and make myself immune to attacks. I think that's a spiffy turn. So we'll take this, another Piety. Yes, we will commit to that decision, which replaces that. And then it'll ask me to play a card. And yeah, I'm going to totally just Open Lord it up. Boom. So I don't have to worry about attacks for the rest of the game. So everyone knows that I'm Mirt the Moneylender, such a sexy beast. I don't know if the AI plays differently with that knowledge. Oh yeah, and I can still complete some quests, but I don't want to. I want to complete Sea's Citadel of Bloody Hand, which just requires 2 warriors. And again, we're not feeling a ton. Now, I would feel a little bit of pressure if one of these others was giving me a bonus every single turn. And I was delaying it because I wanted to do the Seize the Citadel, which isn't even worth bonus points for me. But I think we're okay. Someone finally went Hall of the Voice. Oh, Domesticate Owlbear is so cool. Which cleared out that extra token. I only have 2 corruption right now. That's not bad. All right, round 4. Next round, we get an extra dude, which is going to crowd the board a lot more. There's my extra pieces. And since it's 1 cube, I don't want to grab an orange or a black for it, unless, like, it's last turn, it's absolutely critical, just because you get 2 per action instead of 1. So I'm going to want to grab white or purple. And in this case, I want to grab white. Again, I'm heavy piety-based. Plus, I know I'm going to want 4 piety for one of the quests. So we'll lock that in. I'm still second player, which is fine. I am annoyed that the Slaver's Market went there again. Now, I'm tempted by the Tower of Luck because it's a really efficient play, but what I really need is just 2 warriors so I can complete this. And then I have the flexibility of playing my other quests basically in any order. And there's not currently another source of warriors on the board. I mean, I could Hall of Mirrors, so that's only 1. I mean, it gives me a couple of options. If someone grabs Field of Triumph, I mean, I could still delay the other thing. I can still Skull Island to just get a bunch of priests. I could Hall of the Voice again if I want to. Not that there's anything here that I want. Maybe I should just Tower of Luck. Or, what if I build? Now, that's interesting. That is interesting. None of my quests need money right now? That's not true. I need 3 for this, but we've got time. And actually, we get money for completing the event. And I'm not even necessarily planning on completing that one. So, I could spend money on a building. Now, the Skulkways is probably going to get used every single turn. 2 cubes, 2 money. The only owner price is the owner gets a cube that's a pretty low value cube. So people are going to use this pretty heavily, which means I'll get the bonus a lot, which is kind of nice. It's worth 1 victory point if I pick it up. On the other hand, if I were to pick up the Deep Fires or New Olam, either one of them would be worth 4 victory points right now. New Olam would add tons more rogues and some wizards into the pool, plus give me some points of that. Those are not really my primary colors, but I need some from time to time. There's also the Deep Fires over here. So 1 cube of any color, 5 money, and a corruption. And take a quest. It's worth 4 victory points, or 3 victory points every time someone else uses that. It's not worth it for me. The corruption thing, I don't know. I think I'm going to do New Olam, even though they're not really cubes that I need. Just because it's still worth a lot of victory points, and it's a fairly safe kind of play. I'm going to do this. Plus, if I don't, someone else will. It's 4 victory points, so 8. So 8 gold would actually be worth 4 victory points in the game. So that's a break-even move from that point of view.
Other than this virus is going to spread to every part of the United States of America.
Oh my God! And so one of my windows in the background just started playing CNN audio for some reason. What the hell? I don't think that's going to be enough of a problem for YouTube, but my apologies for that weirdness. I'm like, what? Why did my CNN window just suddenly start playing audio 32 minutes into a video? I don't know. Let's commit to the decision. A paunch. Oh my God, that's so good. It lets you return a skull and get a buck and give the owner 2. This I would have built in a heartbeat. Might still be able to do it. I still don't want to complete a quest until I seize the Citadel, so just go ahead and end the turn there. We're going to go until the end of the round in this video, because we'll be halfway through the game. Well, ish. Graduation day. Oh, thank you! So he played a card where, well, she, Laro, played a card where they got 2 wizards and had to give one to someone, and they gave it to me. That is so sweet. What's our point totals? 4, 4, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, no one's really done anything point-wise. I just tabbed out of my window by misclicking. There we go. Let's bring you back over here. Because I got, like, 2 monitors, so when I go to the bottom left corner, sometimes I overshoot. Waterdeep Harbor is currently open. It might be worth that. Since we don't have the extra dude yet, the extra worker, and 3 buildings in place, there's really not a lot of competitions for what's going on the board right now. I'm tempted to go to Waterdeep Harbor so I can get a bit of a double play. We don't have any money right now, so we could spread the wealth. I mean, we still need our warriors and things. But, again, currently still not super feeling the time pressure. So I think we're going to do this. And yeah, I'm good on rogues. The money could come in handy. So we're going to go ahead and play this. So we'll take 4 bucks. And then we have to choose an opponent. So what I'm going to look at is people who giving money to might not matter much. I mean, you could just give it to someone who's already got, like, more money than they could possibly imagine. And he only needs 8 total for his quests right now. Laryl has 6, needs 2, 7, 9 to complete her quests. So she's definitely feeling that she needs more money. Over here, you've got 7, 3, and so you need 7 money for all your current quests. I mean, plus there might be some more stuff. I feel like giving it to Jurisk might be the best move here, just because it's least likely to be useful short term. I might be completely wrong about that, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm still not playing a quest, thank you very much. Skull Island got played. I mean, that's definitely a place I would like to go. Oh, this lets him grab a second wizard when he plays a Blackstaff Tower if he's willing to take a corruption. So you can see the corruption tiles, very popular. They're very, very, very powerful. I think the more advanced player you are, the more aggressive you are actually about picking up the corruption. Because you can leverage it so much that even if you end up with negative points at the end of the game, you're going to come out ahead. This is a commerce quest, which is good for me. It also lets me put a Builder's Hall building into play for no cost. That's interesting, because the pawn shop is probably the strongest building here, but Deep Fires is most expensive and worth 4 victory points. I'd kind of like that. Maybe I go Entry Well. I suppose I could wait. I could just go... Well, then I won't have any intrigue cards. I could go Entry Well, pick up the Lure Artisans of Mirabar, and then just play the Crime Wave for some extra tokens. Which seems like a pretty good get, actually. So commerce is my type of thing. We will lock that in. Another commerce quest comes up. We'll play Crime Wave. So we'll take a couple of rouges. Now, who do I give the extra rouge to? Well, I probably don't want to give Juris because I've already helped them out. So, looking at the other, you've got tons. They might actually both be Skullduggery, although you don't have any of those in your inventory. I can check completed quest. Why are these face down? Is it because they're not plot quests? But I guess I can't keep track of what you did, even though if we have perfect information. I think I could go into log and see what it was, because you uncompleted quest, you hold the face up, and you have to show people when you complete a quest. This will give you a bunch of rogues as a thing. The thing is, you already have 9. I'll just give it to you. It'll be an overkill on rogues. Done. That was green, I think. Done and done. Oh, you also have 23 victory points, actually. Maybe I should have given it to someone who's a little further behind. Again, I don't want to complete a quest until I seize the Citadel. Although now, I'm starting to feel a little bit of pressure here. Really need some orange cubes. Oh, you used my buildings, so I can get either a black or a purple. Purple is just worth more, so we'll do that. I might end up with an excess of them, but we'll see. They'll start to go through pretty quick. I mean, I need 2 if I want to threaten the Builders Guild, which would be potentially really nice to do. Okay, orange just took first player, which is the worst situation for me because I'm now going to be last going forward. Okay. We could pick up an orange cube over here. I mean, we still wouldn't have enough to complete the quest, but we did a little closer. Oh yeah, and you need to put all face-up buildings in play. It's expensive as hell. But it's kind of insanely good. So I need 10 gold. I got all the black cubes. I got all this. Actually, I've got everything other than the money right now to do that. And I can get money from Aurora's Realm Shop. I can also get it from Northgate, although I'd be giving up victory points. I can get it from the Hall of the Voice. You know what? I think I'm going for it. Plus, it'll let me draw an intrigue card, which I think has some value. Okay, I really have to start completing some quests now, though. We're halfway through the game. We've only completed 1 quest. Oh, I can give someone a purple cube to score 8, which is actually very nice. I know I haven't done this yet, but I could play Lure the Artisans to steal one of these buildings. Like the Deep Fires right now. Although if I wait next turn, it might have an extra token on it. Someone else might steal it and build it, or they might do the thing. I think we can just wait. I'm gonna be super greedy here. We're gonna wait 1 more turn. Turn 5, we get an extra token. So we're sort of halfway through the rounds, but since we have an extra token, we're not truly halfway through the game here. Again, I do need warriors, but it's not efficient to grab it, and we're gonna need a lot of white cubes by the end of this. So anyway, that was the start of my turn. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna put in a cut, and we'll come back with part 2 of our game of Lords of Waterdeep here with all the expansions next time. Folks, thanks for watching, and I really cannot recommend this game enough. IRL and the digital version is not bad. I'm not going to say the AI is necessarily going to be that dominant. I still have problems with the AI in Through the Ages and Race for the Galaxy. Those AI still, like, consistently kick my butt. But this one, I can't complain about the AI in this game. It's not terrible, but it's, you know, it's not necessarily going to crush you. But then you play with your buddies. It's going to be great. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.